Hello everybody, I'm James Quattro, and this week we are doing a walk around on the 2021 Ford Expedition King Ranch. So this one here is Star White Metallic with Ebony Del Rio interior, which is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to show it to you. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is the edging on obnoxious number King Ranch logos that are on this vehicle to remind you and everybody around you that you aren't just driving an Expedition, you are driving the King Ranch Expedition. And we'll start with King Ranch right here. Nice, tasteful, very nice looking logo. King Ranch, King Ranch, King Ranch, King Ranch, King Ranch, King Ranch on the back of both back seats. King Ranch on the back door. King Ranch, King Ranch, King Ranch, King Ranch. So no matter where you're sitting, no matter which angle you're looking at on this vehicle, it's going to remind you that you are driving a King Ranch. Now back to your originally scheduled programming. All right, so yes, it has King Ranch everywhere, but that's okay, because actually, at no point do I look at it and say, man, that is gaudy, there's a lot of it. There is a lot of it, but it's all done very tastefully. As I mentioned before, you've got these beautiful 22-inch, not 20-inch, 22-inch Caribou pocket wheels with the King Ranch logo prominently in the center. Being that this is a King Ranch and not your typical Lariat, you do have some accents of caribou on the mirror caps, which is pretty nice. And of course, you've got power deployable running boards, which are very nice as well. Now let's go to the back and we'll work our way towards the front. Now on the back here, there's a few things I want to go over. You obviously do have your parking sensors in the back, which at this level you really should. This lower area down here is caribou, which is the traditional King Ranch color with the star white, so very traditional and elegant on this particular one here. Now the rear glass does open separate from the door, and they don't exactly make it super obvious where it is. It's actually underneath the backup camera over here to the right, under the letter I. There's a button which allows you to open that up. So if you want to just throw something in there quick, you have the ability to do that. And then if you want to open up the whole rear hatch, there's a button here which allows the whole hatch to open. Now also, something I didn't mention, the backup camera does have a washer on it, which is very helpful if it's, especially in areas like this where you get salt covering in the back, it allows you to wash that off. Now when the seats are up, not a ton of space. You can get the Expedition Max, which gives you a lot more space in the back. This one is not the Max model. The third row seats do go up and down by just pressing a button. Which then gives you plenty of room if you don't need the full 3 rows. And that is both down and up. And you can also do them independently as well, so you don't have to do them all at once. Under the floor here, you do have a little bit of storage, as well as your jack, roadside tools, and your funnel. And the last thing hidden back here is in the back, if you remove this panel here, there is a tow hitch behind there as well, so very nicely hidden, because if you're driving an Expedition, you like it to be classy, and a big tow hitch would not be classy. All right, now we're on to the second row. So as I mentioned, I love this interior. This Ebony Del Rey interior is just gorgeous. It's a dark brown with a nice, I wouldn't call it orange, I'd almost call it like a lighter brown stitching and piping. as well as the King Ranch logos, and it all goes together very nicely. Back here, there's plenty of room. I've got tons of leg room, which I'd expect on a vehicle of this size. You've got your armrests, which are very comfortable and substantial. They're not just, you know, some really thin, useless armrest. So that is very nice. We've got our pockets on the back of the seats. Also back here, you've got vents on the top, as well as vents underneath the seats. I've got heated second row seats, which are, you know, very nice for your back seat passengers. You do have a 110 power inverter here, as well as USB-A and USB-C, as well as your automatic climate control back here. So set the temperature and forget it. And last but not least, you do have separate radio controls back here as well, which is, you know, very, very different. You don't see that a lot. And then of course you got your Panavista roof, which comes up here and really gives you plenty of view of the sky for the back seat passengers, and plenty of pass through to get to the third row. Anybody can get through there to the third row. Plenty of room back here in the third row. You don't have to move any of the seats to get back here. You got the nice pass through in the middle. Got plenty of headroom. I've got vents back here, so I'm getting the heat blasting on me, which is really nice. I do have USB-A on both sides of both the driver and passenger, so nobody in this vehicle is left without charging capabilities. Also, I've got a couple buttons on either side, which appear to be recline buttons for the third row. So both sides have power recline in the third row. Now you're not going to lay down, but you can definitely get a little bit further back, probably further back than I have headroom for, but for children, they'd have a lot of room. But you can really lounge back here, even in the third row. So they've got comfort figured out, no matter where you're sitting. I love it. All right, now onto the front row. So this vehicle has your classic Sync 3 that we've been used to for a long time. Very simple and easy to use. No Sync 4 on the 21 Expedition. But up here, so everything's pretty much your normal Sync 3. You do have a heated steering wheel, which is very nice and is definitely blasting right now. Which, with it being as cold as it is outside right now, my hands can definitely use a little bit of warming. Now, the heated steering wheel can be controlled from the screen like you see it here. There's also a button down below in the climate control. So even if you're on a different screen, you'll say you're on the full navigation screen. Also on this screen, you do have the 360 camera. So right now, it's showing you the front camera as well as the 360. So there are cameras underneath the mirrors on both sides, as well as the front and the rear. And if I click it again, it's going to give me just the front camera, and then it gives you the wide-angle front camera, so you can really see if somebody's coming, if you're pulling out of a blind driveway or something like that. So very useful there. You do have your lane keep assist, which this one here is going to have the active lane keep assist, so it will actually steer you if need be. Downhill assist control, hazards, etc. Down here you've got your radio controls, very simple, and then down below you have got your climate controls, which is actually 3-zone climate controls, but dual for the front. Heated and cooled seats. Actually, we can turn down the heat. As much as I'd love to be cooked, not really necessary right now. You've got, now for both heated and cooled, you've got 3 levels of heat and 3 levels of cool. Fan controls here, which you just saw me turn the fans down. Also on the right side, you do have dual glove boxes. So you've got both the top and the bottom. So plenty of storage there. Also, this beautiful interior just really carries through the whole area. You've got some nice padded dash materials that are that have the same stitching that you're going to see in the rest of the truck. So everything is really keyed together very nicely. All right, now here in the center stack, you've got the knob that Ford has made pretty much standard, not across the whole lineup, but across much of the lineup. Just turn it to the gear that you want to be in. Plus and minus is your manual mode, so you click M, then you can manually shift it up or down. You got your drive modes. So over here, you got normal, eco, sport, tow haul mode, mud and ruts, sand, grass, gravel, and snow, and then back to normal. So you've got a drive mode for pretty much anything that you want to do. It does have the locking rear differential, which is right here, and then your 3 buttons here are for your 4-wheel drive. So all of your driving modes, knobs, buttons that you need are going to be right here at a quick glance. Active park assist, so if you want to have the vehicle park itself, you've got the button there, and then your parking alert, which is your parking sensors all the way around the vehicle, on and off here. Additional towing things. Now this is capable of towing a lot of weight, up near what most F-150s can do. So if you've got a big camper, this can tow it, and you've got your electric brakes here. You've got your Pro Trailer backup assist knob right here. So in all reality, you know, if you don't need the pickup truck bed, but you want to be able to go camping, the whole family, this is going to be able to tow a lot of fairly large campers without a problem. On the steering wheel, you've got 2 different joystick arrows up here. The one on the left is going to control your screen behind the steering wheel, which I'll show you in a minute. The one on the right is your radio controls. You've got your Bluetooth, hang up, pick up, voice command, and mute. On the left, you've got your cruise control buttons, and this one does have dynamic cruise control, so it's got the ability to maintain a gap between you and the car in front of you, and it'll do the braking for you. Now behind the steering wheel, you've got lots of different screens. Right now it's showing you the off-road screen, which is giving you all your steering angles, drive line activity, which right now it's not doing anything. You got towing, which all kinds of things in here. Towing status. So right now there's no active trailer. We're not hooked up to a trailer. Towing information. Again, these are all things that you need to be hooked up to a trailer. I can check the trailer lights, trailer setup, and a connection checklist, which I've always liked. This will actually have you, if you're new to camping or hooking up a trailer, it'll go through a checklist of different things to make sure that you don't forget all the important stuff. Vehicle information. So you've got your gauge view, which right now is showing you boost. I can show you tire pressures, digital speedometer, engine information, and transmission temperature. You get your trip meters, which trip 1, trip 2, fuel economy, fuel history, which right now there's not going to be much because it's just been sitting here idling in the parking lot for the most part. Auto start stop, average speed. If you've got the navigation on, this will give you directions right here on the screen, which is very nice. And then you can have some favorites set up to get to quickly if you need to. And then of course settings. And from the settings here you can do a lot of things. A lot of your safety systems can be adjusted in here. Which gauges you want to show up in your gauge mode, advanced settings, etc. So a very useful multi-information display behind the steering wheel, as well as your navigation screen to give you everything that you may want to know. And over here you've got all kinds of things. You do have 3 driver memory seats. These buttons here are kind of unique. This one here actually lowers the headrests in the 3rd row. So if you forgot to put those down, they're in your way when you're driving. That allows you to put those down. You've got your power lift gate here, your lights, fog lights, all that. You've got your power folding mirrors, which is handy for the car wash. And of course your power windows and locks. There you have it, the 2021 Ford Expedition King Ranch Edition. If you're looking to haul the family in class, whether it's just to soccer practice or to the campgrounds, this Expedition has you covered. And I really think this thing is just a beautiful truck that will make anybody happy that's in the luxury large SUV market. This vehicle is still available here at Burdick Ford. If you want more information on this vehicle, just give me a call. My name is James Quattro. I'm a sales consultant here at Burdick Ford, and I'd love to help you out with any of your automotive needs. Until next time, see you later.